Hey guys, I know this problem was a little bit bigger, but I wanted you to see what a three-digit problem on this kind of area model would look like. So what it would actually look like. So we're going to start out with 572 divided by 4. Now, that's a big number. 572 is our dividend, 4 is our divisor. So with this one, we're going to go back to where we think about 10 or 100. So I can think 4 times 10, would that give me a number that's closer, or 4 times 100? And I know 4 times 100 is going to be closer, so I'm going to start out with 4 times 100. So I'm going to put 100 over here to the side. So 4 times 100 is 400. So now I have to think, how much of my dividend is left? So I had 572 minus 400. 2 minus 0 is 2. 7 minus 0 is 7. And 5 minus 4 is 1. So I don't have a whole lot left, but a big chunk of it was taken. So I'm going to put a line down here since a big chunk was taken. Now, I can think of 10. If I think of 10, I am left with 72. I could do 10. So let's see what would happen if I did 10. 10 times 4 is 40. So it's not a whole lot left. So I took a little bit of a chunk. So 40 here. So 2 minus 0 is 2, and 7 minus 4 is 3, and then 1 minus nothing is 1. So that took me a little bit. So I could keep doing that. So let's keep doing that, and then I'll show you a different way. So we have 10 again, which again is 40, and it's a little chunk, so let's put a little line over here. 40. There's 2. Oh, bigger bottom, better borrow. This one becomes a 0. This one becomes 13. 13 minus 4 is 9. We can do 40 again, so let's do 10 again. 10. Can I write small enough? 40. Little sliver. So 40. 2 minus 0 is 2. 9 minus 4 is 5. I'm getting closer, but I can do that 10 again, so let's do the 10 again. 10. It leaves me 40. Little sliver again. Alright, so now I'm 40 again, which leaves me with 12. 2 minus 0 is that. 5 minus 4 is 1. So which leaves me with 12. And so 12 is one of my multiples on my chart over here. So 4 times what equals 12? 4 times 3. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. So I'm going to put that 3 right over here, which leaves me with 12. And so 12 minus 12 is 0. So all of my dividend is taken care of. 0 is less than 4, and it is 0, so I do not have a remainder. So now all I have to do is simply add all of these partial quotients together. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 3 is 3. 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. And 1 plus nothing else is 1. So 143 would be my quotient. But I still need to check to make sure it's right. So over here, I'll check 143. Multiply my quotient times my divisor, which is 4. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1. So now we do 4 times 4, which is 16. We can tell over here 4 times 4 is 16, plus the 1 is 17. And then we carry that 1 plus 1 up here. Scratch out that one. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So we have 572. Does that match our dividend? Yes, it does. So our quotient is 143. Now, instead of doing 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, you could have back here noticed that 17, and look for a multiple of 17 over here, which is not, but 16 is just under it, so 16 is here. So you could have done 4 times 4. Instead of doing it 10 times, you could have done 4, and then 4 times, and then you'd have to do a 0, since we need to move it over one space here. We're looking at the hundreds and tens place, so add 0, so then we can try it out. 4 times 0 is 0, 4 times 4 is 16. So instead of having to do 40, 40, 40, 40, you could have done 160 and then had a 40 over here and gotten the same answer. I know that's probably just confusing, but that's just another way to do it. All right, so go ahead, try to solve the rest of the problems on your own, and I will be checking.